Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Learning Hunt.
Today's topic is switch case. So as you know, in the previous video we'll learn about nested if else and as well as logical operators. So let's take some concept about the switch case. So what is switch case? The control instruction that allows us to make a decision from the number of choice is called a switch, or more correctly a switch case default, since these three keywords go together to make up the control statement. So here you can see that I create some general concept about the switch case. Inside the switch keyword you have to provide the integer expression, that here it's check the integer expression and those cases is matched with this integer expression, then it execute those cases. Suppose if your case 1 is matched with your integer expression, then it execute. If your case 2 is matched, then it execute, or if your 3 is matched, then this will execute. Otherwise your default part is execute when your any cases is not matched with your integer expression. So let's see some code of the switch case statement. So I create some variable here, that is x, y and z. I create three variables and I give the value of this variable here, that is x is equal to, I give the x is equal to 5, and also I give the y is equal to 8. Now I create this switch here, and inside this first bracket I have to provide the integer expression that just check this integer value and then it's match the number with my case. So I provide here the z, so it's check the z value, so I give here the z value is 1, then it's check this z value and match with this case. So I create here a case 1 first, okay, and I want to give inside this case that when the z value is equal to 1, then it simply execute this case 1. So inside this case 1 I write here, that is your addition is, and here I use the add function, okay, add function here. Now I create here one more variable, that is add, and simply I do here the x plus y. So this operation add the value of x and y and print this value with this your addition is, and then your addition value. So in that way I create simply the two more cases. So I copy this case and paste it 2 times, and I write here the 2. When the z value is 2, then it's matched with the case 2 here, and then it execute my summation part here. So I write here the sub, it subtract the value, and here also sub, and I create here the case 3, and for this I want it multiply the value. So I give here the x is multiplied with y, and here I also multi, and here I give the variable name, that it's print the variable's value with this statement. Okay, now here my statement or switch case is created. So I have to create a one more part, that is default part. Suppose if your integer constant value, it means your z value is not matched with any of these cases, then it's return a default part and tells the users that you give the wrong value. So for that you give the wrong value. Okay, now my switch case is ready to work. So here you can see that I give the z value is 1, so it simply check this z value is 1 and it match with this case 1, because I give the case there is 1, it match with this case 1 and it's jump to this case 1, and after that it perform this operation and then it simply print. So when I save this file and refresh my page, now you found it return this statement, but as well as it also return these statements, these 3 statements. Why? Because I do not give here any breakpoint. So it's jump to the case. If I do here the z value is equal to 2, so it's check the z value is equal to 2, and here z value is equal to 2 is matched with the case 2 here, so it return the case 2, but after the case 2 it also return the case 3 statement here, because here is not any breakpoint. So I show you that here when I refresh my page, now you can see that I give the z value is 2 to it simply jump my case 2 directly, and then it perform this addition, and after this addition it return this statement. So here you can see that your subtraction is -3, because 8 -3 5 -8, this is the negative value it gives. And here you can see that inside the case 3, after this executed the case 2 program, it also execute this case 2 case 3. Here you can see that your multiply program is also executed, and after that it also return the default part. So I have to do here, I want just when any program is called, then it after the performing the operations, and it simply break and get out of this statement. So here is the break keyword is takes the control to go out of this switch case statement. So when the compiler is come to this line, then it's check this line, there is a break, then it's go to your out of this switch case, then this others program will not executed here. So I just make this break line and my all of cases, so you can see that, and I write the break cases in all my 3 cases here, and we need not to write inside the default case, because after the default case executing there is nothing any cases to be executed, so it simply get out of this switch case. So when I save this file and refresh my page, now you can see that it returns only the subtraction value, because I give here the z is equal to 2, so it's check the z value is 2 and it matches with the case 2. And when I write here the 3 and save this file and refresh my page, now you can see that it returns your multiply is 40. So it there is a case my z value is matching with the case 3. And when you give the wrong value, that I give here the 8 and there is no case 8, so it simply return this default part and tells you that you give the wrong value. So you can see that when I refresh my page, now it gives thus you give the wrong value here. Okay, now you can also give here the character part. This is the integer part. I'll show you that this is the integer part. With the help of integer part you can call your cases. So I give here the a and change this all cases ABC. Okay, and I give here inside this single inverted comma, if you want to work with the character, then you have to give the single inverted comma, otherwise it gives an error. So I want to call my case A. Okay, so when I save this file and refresh my page, now you can see that it simply add my value and it's perfectly work with the character part. Okay, so in that way you can use your switch case. So this is for today. If you learned something today, then give a thumb, press the bell icon, subscribe my channel.